There was a dog this last year. We have a camp that we're really close with, and they have this like dog just out front that they would constantly lose because they're the trailer park boys. So their dog's just like getting away.
They're live dog, animal dog.
Oh no, fake dog. Sorry,
Gotcha.
dog. Statue of dog.
Awesome.
So they were, they were like losing it, but then one of our campmates took it and hid it from them. And so they were like, "Oh no, we have serious moop happening like somewhere in this camp, in this thing, and we'll never find it." And they were like freaking out. So we kind of pranked them with that. They got us back with something, and I can't remember what it was. But
yeah, that speaks well of their pranking abilities.
Later that night, we had made horses because it was like a rodeo theme. So we'd made hobby horses, and we cut the head off one and left it in their bed.
Do you have a photo of that by any chance?
We definitely have a picture of the horse.
We don't have a photo of it in the bed, but it was very late and we were very drunk and we were like, let's go put a horse head in the Trailer Park Boys' bed if they're not home. So we walked all the way across the playa and found their trailer and they weren't there. So we left a horse head in their bed.
I respect this so much.
Yes,
How big is
legendary.
The playa at Mischievia? How big's your space?
It's really hard to say because it's not wide open. It's in more of like a foresty area, so it's a lot of paths. Like the effigy field is big and wide open, but other than that, it's a lot of trees and just trails and stuff like that. So you'll find theme camps just like kind of sprinkled in among the trails.
That sounds awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah, the theme of almost every regional is ticks.
That sucks.
Yeah. Never encountered that because boots are such a mandatory thing.
Oh, they'll get in your boots.
Yeah. Really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, we used to like have our boots, like pants tucked in boots, socks going over pants, and like you would still find ticks on your legs. But Pennsylvania was ripe with ticks.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
And
leeches. The leeches.
Leeches are a real thing at Woodside.
That's a flip side thing. You want to swim in the hippie soup, you're going to get some leeches.
I am not fucking getting high and getting leeches. That is
No. There's always a bunch of
menu.
naked people in that creek, and I'm like, there's leeches in there.
which would you prefer, a leech or a tick?
Leeches because it's not permanent, but
leech.
ticks because leeches are so fucking gross.
Yeah.
I've had a leech on my testes
No.
as a child. Oh, yes.
No.
It got in the webbing in my suit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it was horrendous. And you have to take it off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine. Ugh.
Yeah, that's yucky.
Of the regionals that you guys are a part of, which is like straight up your favorite? Which one sucks? Which one's the best?
Ooh.
Mischievia is our favorite.
Well, it's always the one you're at, number one. Like, every time I'm at this burn, I'm like, this is my favorite one. And then later I go home and I'm like, well, I really like Mischievia best.
Yeah, Mischievia is our favorite. I don't know that I have a least favorite. Freezer Burn was really nasty this last year because it got to 20 degrees, and that was not cool.
Yeah, that was rough.
Fuck, what time of year was that?
Just this past one.
They made us go home early.
Yeah, it's in January.
Oh.
They shut it down a day early. They woke us all up on Sunday and said, we're burning at 1 p.m. and then get out.
No one is freezing to death on our clock.
Yeah, it got to it was 20 degrees when we woke up, and it was supposed to get down to 15 or something at night. And they were like, we're calling it. Everybody get out. If you don't leave now, you might be stuck.
Was there a storm or was it just that cold?
It just got really cold. We never got a storm. There was no snow or anything like that. It just got super, super cold.
If I may be vaguely misogynistic for a moment, fucking sissies. Y'all don't got long johns in Texas?
I'm Canadian. I was like, I'm not going
Thank you.
home.
Yeah.
I'm staying and I'm burning for another day.
Yeah, 1 point for Canada and 1 point for Pennsylvania. Fuck that shit. Oh, is it chilly?
They were like, no, you're going home. You're leaving.
Man, I go to Playa preparing for 15 degrees.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't
Not
get
really.
there. No, really.
I go out preparing for 40.
I have enough layers that I can be fine below freezing.
Yeah, plus a blanket.
I have your body I can be up against, so I won't die.
We were okay for most of the weekend. We'd screened in our tent or whatever and put a bunch of heaters in there. I think it was just it was supposed to get so cold, 10, and we are not built for that. None of us know what that's even like.
What is a party like that is that cold? How hot, how warm was it getting during the day?
Decent.
Days it was like 40 to 50. We have a big shade structure that we take to all the burns. So for freezer burn, we just replaced all the shade walls with tarps. And then we put heaters and a fire pit in there. And we had like a hot zone. So it was just a revolving door of party all night long. People kept just stopping by and hanging out and warming up. And
Nice.
it was great. We were okay. But
It got bikini weather during the day, though. I didn't bring anything like that because I didn't think it would be that warm, but my girlfriends did.
Hey, welcome to Accuracy Third. I'm D-Day.
I'm Rex.
And I'm Beth.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi. Hi.
Something
Hi.
that we've talked about a lot on this podcast
Hi.
is the way that Burning Man culture has changed over the years. Burning Man is a little bit fancier and less socially chaotic event than it used to be. Burning Man used to be full of pranks and pranksters.
See.
And that's not quite the case anymore. That has kind of fallen out of our culture. But apparently where that culture still thrives is at a little regional named Mischievia in Texas.
I mean, it's right there in the name.
It is. And the names of the burners who are talking to us this week are Magz and Derek, who have never been to a big burn, but have sampled most, if not all, of the burning that Texas has to offer.
Motherfucker. Did you hear that professional ass segue? Put in laser sounds right here. Pew, pew, pew. Because this shit is fucking radio ready.
Like and subscribe and leave a comment in your podcast app of choice about how great that transition was, I suppose.
Ooh.
In this interview, we hear a pretty incredible story of a burner having a tantrum on Playa. Do either of you have a story about seeing someone kind of absolutely and entirely melt down on Playa?
Oh my God, yes. And I'm sorry, everyone. I'm very sorry, but there is a part of me that finds it very funny to see adult people really breaking down in particular ways. And I'm a little bit like, okay, it's a safe place to express yourself. And I watch grown ass adults throw fits like toddlers, and I find it very funny. It's so funny. I have seen some really funny fights where two very adult human beings are being petulant, loud children at each other. It's the best if it's in the street and not in a camp. Because in your camp
It's fine in someone's camp when you're passing on the street.
Yeah, but the best one is when you're in a camp with a drink and it's happening on the street and it's not even your neighborhood. It's just like, oh, I can just hang out and not be concerned about this. Like, none of these people are my neighbors. But I saw this couple, I assume, just breaking up in front of each other, but like really mean about it, but also just like stamping their feet and like throwing little toddler arms about it. There was like someone really earnestly screamed at their partner, "Well, I never loved you." It's like,
Wow.
my God.
Which speaks so poorly of you. That's not about your partner at that point. It's about what a shitty person you are.
Oh, it was funny. Yeah, big breakdowns. Like, I think breaking down is part of going to Burning Man. I have a big breakdown every year. I want to be like absolutely clear. Breaking down is a part of the experience. I just think it's funny how some people break down.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I can't remember of a time where there was something I'd call a tantrum. I've seen a lot of people dealing with a
lot,
like negative emotions.
Yeah,
people crying, being sad, and that's not funny.
No.
And I've seen a lot of really horrible drunk behavior.
Oh,
and that's almost never funny.
No, almost never.
It's sometimes very funny.
So like all the things that stick in my head, I don't want to share.
Because they're kind of sad.
They're
not
kind of
very
sad.
funny.
They're not nice. They're indicting of specific people sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like breakdowns are real and all of us go through them. And some people, you know, when you're breaking down is actually one of the hardest times to like control the way you're treating people around you. And so if you're not good at controlling the way you are to people around you, you can be like genuinely very unpleasant to be around, if not actually dangerous. That sucks. You should, you know, learn how to do that. Control yourself. Sorry. I was thinking
fine.
of an individual
You know
person.
I've been going to therapy.
I wasn't. I was.
Oh, now you're touching me on the knee because Beth wasn't talking about D-Day.
No. You have to cut it out. But man, I just immediately think of. Well, that was a series of bummers.
Well, to turn things around a little bit, then I guess best pranks or what the prank is when you think about playa pranks.
So it's just to combat the narrative that pranking isn't still going around, mayonnaise soap dispenser.
Mayonnaise soap dispenser, legitimate prank.
That was such a good prank. You have to, I think it's just so much harder to prank a community that is as large and diverse as Black Rock City. Whereas when you're in smaller groups, it can become more easy to be able to gauge what is playful to everybody. And I think that the mayonnaise stuff is just pitch perfect and you can't even be that mad at it. It's so funny you can't even be that mad at it.
I think the prank in like the prank that is instantiated most on Playa historically is the hippie fishing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I definitely dealt with a bunch of hippie fishing my first couple of years.
Absolutely. I've seen Rex get caught by it a couple times.
Well, it's like...
Well, you're supposed to be picking stuff up.
Yeah.
But also, 10 feet away, there are 3 assholes sitting on lawn chairs giggling. Just look to your left before you pick anything up.
There are always 3 people sitting on lawn chairs giggling in 10 feet in some direction.
Well, then they can pick the shit in front of them up.
I don't mind it because it's like not cruel.
Yeah, it's not mean at all.
Yeah, it's just you silly.
One of my favorite early art installations was also kind of a prank. The Observatory, which was a structure with a little podium with a pedestal on it, and you queued up to get up on the pedestal, and you looked down at the pedestal, and there was some incomprehensible video image up there.
Yeah.
That was clearly live video, but you just couldn't quite make out what it was. And then you exited off the pedestal. On the opposite side, you came up and went back behind a screen and back through a little hallway. And at some point, you can see in the space that you're going, there's people standing around and they're giggling. And you get around the corner and you see that there is like a fireplace with a mantle, and on top of the mantle is a video screen that shows a clear view of what it was you were just looking at, which was your own ass, because there's a camera pointing at your skirt.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Then they expanded it the next year, and they put a second chamber where you watch the people
Watching
in the
people?
first room. Yeah, it's fucking great.
I think there is something inherent in some of the best pranks on Playa, which is like you being the operator of the prank and pranking yourself in terms of the mayonnaise dispenser. I also think about the art projects that like are a little bit too athletically complex for the people who are attempting to do them. There's, of course, the pain swings. That's prank art.
I never thought of that as a prank, but of course it is.
Pain prank. Here's some swings you can't use.
I mean, you can. Like, I got on them and then I realized quickly how incredibly dangerous they were and then got off of them.
Well, some people get off of them in some different ways.
Yeah.
I'm specifically thinking of this thing that I think was out in 2022. Which is like, I talked about it, I think, in the afterburn of that year. It was like an 8 or a 9 foot high ledge with kind of a skate ramp going up to it. And I was hanging out with Collector and we were just like sitting in the darkness, maybe in a viewing area that like was intended for this piece, but 9 dudes out of 10. And you can tell like almost no dudes are getting up there would like run and leap and try to grab onto the ledge and scramble up, and just like no one could. And almost everyone went tumbling backward ass over tea kettle. And that is an opportunity an artist has given you to prank yourself. You think obviously you could have done this at some point in your youth, but you're 38 now, bro.
The full-size electrified game of Operation.
Absolutely.
A good way to prank yourself.
And then the best pranks that people do to other people are almost exclusively porta potty pranks, in my opinion. I think getting a nice song when you close the door of the porta potty or some sort of audio interaction, that's prank worthy. And when you walk out of the porta potty and find out that you've won Burning Man or you are now the president of Burning Man, like that's a really pro-social prank.
Yeah, I guess there are a bunch of pranks still. They're just, I think that they're kind of opt-in or very kind because, you know, they don't play hide your vehicle anymore. And I don't know if we talked about this in this episode, but there was a prank that happened with DPW this year that was really dangerous and almost hurt a lot of people.
This is an interview from like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Should I tell that story?
You should tell that story.
It's okay to tell because I am telling the DPW announcement story, which is like, here's an example of why we don't do this. And so Coyote gets up there and explains the joke that they thought that they were doing. They removed the pin from the trailer from the cab for towing a bunch of stuff. So the thought was, oh, the cab will just pull away and leave the trailer behind, and then they'll have to go back and put the pin in. However, what happened was the cab pulled away and the trailer dropped a few feet, and it was full of tea steaks and people.
Oh, no good.
No.
Oh, my.
No one was hurt. It was all okay. But it was something where it's like, yeah. There was, I think, time back in older DPW that dangerous pranks were a thing that were very more common, where I don't think that they are now, which is rightfully so. You shouldn't get, like, harmed as a tee-hee.
One would hope not.
I like the opt-in ones, right? If it's a piece of art that you're interacting with, if it's something that you're doing, you're opting in. Just having it happen to you is a little bit, I don't know if you should danger prank people that they don't opt into it. Oughtn't. Consent is important.
It is.
How to consentingly prank is something that our community is still grappling with. And I think part of that is because it's so many people.
I think you could non-consensually prank as long as you're very confident that the risk of harm is nil.
Exactly.
And there are myriad ways to do that.
Totally.
Like nobody is ever harmed by porta potty playing music at them when they go in.
No. And no one is harmed by winning Burning Man. Some people might be embarrassed.
Yeah. That sort of risk is well within what you assume by buying a ticket to the event.
Yeah.
You're assuming the risk of serious injury or death. Embarrassment is well below that threshold.
That's so funny. I also couldn't imagine being embarrassed by winning Burning Man. That'd be fun.
What a feather in your cap.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I know I have, but no one else has recognized how I have before.
And I think you can play rougher around consensually pranking people when you have a smaller group of people doing it. Like, it's just you can prank harder when you have a more controlled who is actually participating in it.
It's white lady privilege, Beth. You don't know what you're talking about. You guys should follow me in the manosphere at dday'sgiantdingus.net.
Oh, remember when D-Day pranked Andy and Shauna by putting all of the old, out-of-date fucking kitchen equipment in their trailer?
I set it up for them in their nice new RV.
Good prank.
Thank you. I don't believe Shauna was having a good time that year.
No.
And Andy delivered the box back to me and was just like, here, this is for you. Thank you for violating our space with your friendship and humor. Thank you, patrons, for helping us create this episode. You all eventually get to listen to us talk about sexual predators So, content warning on the Patreon feed at some point in the future for that. Also, we talk about art at Mischievia, and we give a lot more background to the inner workings of the Texas regional environment. Also, we are talking poutine and BDSM with a genuine Canadian.
I feel like that's a theme.
Poutine and BDSM?
Just maybe, but certainly poutine with Canadians.
Well, we love poutine, and we talk about it whenever we have Canadians on the bus.
Yeah, I mean,
We bring it up, dude. It's not anyone else.
they only have two national
We
cuisines.
get Canadians
and we're
here,
not
and
gonna
we're
talk
just
about
like,
craft
have you
dinner.
been to Midnight Poutine? You haven't. It's good poutine. They fry the fries 3 times.
I just got really disappointing poutine in Port Orchard up in Seattle.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was just like, this is,
But it's so foggy here. You should have good poutine.
right. You should have good poutine. What is fuck is wrong with this?
It takes a lot of work to have good poutine. You have to have 3 fryers.
Yeah.
You're a restaurant. Put them in a corner. If you don't have a corner, put them out on the floor. You telling me you think your patrons don't want to see you frying your fries in front of them? They do.
Especially if you were in little panties while you do it.
Yeah.
If you're a restaurant, you can do the first, I think, 2 fries as prep. You really only need 2 fryers.
We miss you. Midnight Poutine is all. Please come back.
Sorry about our government.
Yeah. Sorry about everything.
We'll try to fix it. We can't.
We can't fix it, but
Oh, but what we can do is present this interview with Magz and Derek to you.
That's very true. It's not brunch without booze.
Who the fuck is this guy?
this isn't Magz.
No, this is my partner, Derek.
Hi, Derek. Have you seen The Good Place, Derek? I have one association with the name Derek.
I have seen The Good Place.
Well, hi, Derek.
Hello.
It's not your fault we've been marathoning The Good Place.
It's so good. It's so good. I've watched it like 3 times.
It's incredible.
Rex and I just watched like the first 3 seasons in one evening. Highly recommended. Go for it.
Well, enough about our marathon. Hi, welcome.
Thought he was going to say marriage.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. You were going to tell us a little bit about Texas regionals, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been listening to y'all's podcast. I know that, there's already quite a bit of information out there, but we go to almost all of them. Our camp goes to pretty much all of them now. There's several, actually.
Yeah, what's the current count of Texas regionals?
4?
I believe 5. Used to be 6.
Flipside, Freezer Burn, Alma, Mischievia. Yeah, 5.
You guys got to keep it strong for the dystopian nightmare that is Texas right now.
Yeah, always. That's our escape from it. Okay, we have to do a lot of them.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, there's 2 of them that I haven't even heard of. Burnt Soup and
Majestic.
no, one of them sounded like a Alma, right? Like a lotion.
Alma, yeah.
Those are both pretty small ones, but they're really fun because they're burns of like 200, 300 people. So you see everyone over and over again. It's
That
like
sounds pretty fucking great.
it's really cool. It's really cool. It's like camping with extra steps, sparkling camping, if you will.
What do you guys do for your regionals?
Like camp-wise, or?
Yeah, like what do you bring out there? How do you participate in these lovely, small to quite large regional burning?
Yeah, look, Derek, you can extrapolate on these story prompts however you like. We're not grading you.
We run a punk camp.
Well, fuck. Great.
We run a punk camp because
Well, now we are
don't
grading
like
you.
electronic music.
Okay, 3 punk
We are
rock
bringing
points
an
right there.
alternative to Texas regionals.
Well, you said alternative. That's negative 1 point. But you said Texas, so that's positive 4 points. So you're
We're
at 6
bringing
points.
an alternative to Texas regionals. Other than EDM. You can come to our camp.
Live music, I tend to think of punk as not like by a DJ.
One day we'll be there.
We have DJ Shuffle right now.
one guy who really likes punk music.
One iPod Shuffle.
We have one phone with a massive playlist.
Yeah, it's all the same beat and rhythm anyway, so you don't like really got to mix them too much.
You don't need like a high bit rate copy. You can go with the smallest file size. It all sounds the same.
Yeah, exactly. We do. It would be great to have a band. That's definitely like in our sites. Actually, Mischievia is one of the other ones that happens here in North Texas. And there's another punk camp that brings a punk band. And the first time we saw that, we were like, this is our burn. Like, this is our shit. And now we want to do it. But that's a little more advanced than we are today.
How big is your camp?
We just hit 30.
You have a punk band already.
See, I was thinking the most punk thing to do would be to wait for their band to start playing and then move your camp into their camp all at once and say the
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. We do mess with them. Like, they're pretending that they're changing their name to Firefest this year, and we think it's to fuck with us.
That's a great name change, though. I have to.
Okay, so when they start playing at some point this year, you guys have to go in there with a very obvious recording rig, record their act, and then you go back to your camp and you start playing their shit. And that is called topping, my friends.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, don't just win, make them submit.
Mischievia is like the prank burn, so it's fully encouraged to fuck with other camps.
It's right there in the name.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mischievia. Okay, so one of the things that has toned down to Burning Man, in my understanding, is pranks, because we're more of a culture of consent now. And it's hard to get 80,000 people's consent to fuck with your stuff. But like 200 people, I could see that everyone consents to have your stuff fucked with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just part of that burn, too. Like, I think if you go there and you're butthurt about being pranked, like, I think you're not quite understanding the culture.
Yeah, you're not immediacy enough.
Yeah.
The Mischievia burn is very prank and trolly. Like, just this last week on Facebook, they changed the Mischievia group's name to Burning Flipside to the same name as the Flipside group. They changed it to Burning Flipside Flipicins, and then just started making troll posts over and over and over again, so you didn't know what group you were posting in.
Oh, that's delightful.
Which are of the Texas regionals, which is the like biggest number wise to smallest number wise?
I think probably Flipside is the biggest.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
That would be my guess. I would say Flipside's the biggest, and probably like Alma or Burnt Soup would be the smallest.
Good talk. Before we go much further, why don't you guys introduce yourselves to us? Magz and Derek, welcome to Accuracy Third. Do you have playa names, or should we call you Magz and Derek?
What do you think?
You can call us Magz and Derek.
Hi, Magz and Derek. I'm D-Day.
I'm Beth.
We don't usually do this.
I can cut stuff around anything else. Wait until you guys see the shit I make you say.
Perfect. I'm here for it, literally.
Yeah, presently. Actively.
Immediately.
So how did you guys get to Burning Man or Burning Man Regionals for the first time? What made you weird?
You want to tell a story?
So we had just met, like, before this, we were music festival people. We go to a lot of punk festivals and camping festivals and stuff like that. We do camping a lot of the time. We have periodically met people at those festivals that ask if we've ever gone to a burn. People just say we should. And then I had a coworker who just approached me one day and he was like, hey, have you ever gone to a burn? Because you guys like music, you like festivals, you like to party. I think it might be your thing. You should come to Flipside with me. And he just actually followed through and he told us how to get Flipside tickets, and we did it. And we went and we were like, oh, you're right. This is our people.
It happens. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, you're the first one that's ever followed through and like actually said like, hey, let's go. Let's actually do this.
Uh-huh.
And we got there and we're like, this is perfect.
That's someone who really likes you. Because like as good burners, anyone that I think might like it, I'll throw it at them like, hey, you might consider it.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes more to be like, and I will go out of my way to make it easier for you to come because I think you belong here and I like you. Like, it's a compliment.
We call him our burn mom.
Aw.
Yeah, and that was exactly what he did. He messaged me the day Flipside tickets went on sale. He was like, hey, Flipside tickets are out today. Here's the link. Here's what you have to do. This is how you get them. So he took us for our first one. We camped in the Badlands. And then after that first one, I think we started a theme camp, and he camped with us again like a year later. And he was like, I love that I took you to one burn in the Badlands, and now you're running a theme camp with 20 plus people.
Perfect.
He was absolutely right about you.
Yep.
He was like, I just love that you guys just went all in.
Yeah, and you're like, oughtn't I have? Like, we all know this is incredible, right?
Yeah.
What was your first theme camp?
We did one burn. We did one Mischievia where we had a Halloween theme camp.
I thought all theme camps went with the burn, not like, I didn't know you did the same theme camp over and over. I assumed you did like a theme for the burn specifically. So we did trick and treat. And we had a coffin that we still have. It's in our front yard, actually. It had holes in it. And if you reached your hand in the hole, you could get candy or like a prize. And then one of the holes had a dildo in it. So you just reach in and grab that.
Just reach in and grab a dick.
Yeah.
That is a solid first year theme camp.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
I'm pretty
We
sure I've
never met
interacted with that or something like that before. Maybe that was a dream. I don't know.
Maybe. It was something we all came up with drunk together one night, and we were like, that's a great idea.
We still have it. That's still a thing that we take to Mischievia every year. That's the one burn it still goes to every year, is we take it back to Mischievia.
I kind of like the idea of a theme camp being a different theme camp every time it shows up.
That's what I thought. I mean, because there was themes for the burn, so I thought, well, maybe you make it match. And then Mischievia is close to Halloween, so I was like, well, obviously everybody does Halloween camps. No. We had fun with it.
What, in your first year that you guys were out doing this, what made you realize that this was for you?
I think just like the whole thing in general, like the people, the community, the lack of having to go there and spend money, just how resourceful everyone is. And I'm always super impressed with what a bunch of hippies can build in the woods in 3 days and then take it down. It's wild.
Yeah. And the lack of trash. We're always a big fan of that. Like going to regular music festivals now, it's really hard because you're like, there's so much trash.
They're so fucking filthy.
It's gross
Yeah.
So
and
gross.
expensive.
Yeah. And it's so expensive. Like we just had the big eclipse here in Texas, and
Oh, yeah.
that was a big thing. Everybody came from all over. And so choosing what you wanted to do, I do not wish that on you ever, because there was so many events to do, and a lot of them were paid things. And we ultimately went to Alma Burn because we were like, we just don't want to do that anymore. We don't want the commercialism.
Yeah. It's such a relief not to be surrounded by things being sold to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice because we had friends going to the Eclipse Festival, but we were like, it's $500 a ticket plus $500 for camping. Like, it's going to cost us at least $1,000.
Wow.
We don't even like the music.
It's a natural event. No one's putting it on.
Yeah, right. We don't even like the music that's there. Or we can spend like $100 each and go to Alma Burn and hang out with 150 people that we love.
Aw.
Oh, and
watch the eclipse there.
yeah, and we're a little spoiled here. I don't know how much we can mention stuff like this, but at Texas Burns, you don't have to hide and do your drugs. You don't have to secret.
That's nice. You don't have cops. Like,
We
We
don't
don't
have
have cops
cops.
at Texas Regional.
that's
Yeah.
really lovely. I
Yeah,
am
yeah.
jealous.
That's the big deterrent for us from like Big Burn. Like, we'll go one day. We're going to do it. We want to see it. We want to experience
Don't let that
it.
be a deterrent. And like,
But as soon
this
as
is
someone was like, there's cops there.
this is not legally binding, but like there aren't a lot of cops there and a lot of people are doing drugs out in the open. I'm not
Oh.
saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying don't be too nervous about cops, but please, like, come. You will love it.
If you're not the lowest common denominator of dumbass drug users on
Yeah.
Playa, you are going to be fine.
Exactly.
Make sure you have fucking taillights before you drive in, and like
Yeah.
don't smoke pot out in the open near the edge of your camp.
Don't
or
do
at,
lines
like,
of
A
ketamine
or
at a
B.
bar with your fucking staff radio on. Like,
Whoa, what? Never mind.
on.
Tell me later.
yeah.
then I'm not going.
Beep.
You just sound so like absolutely wonderful to have at the Big Burn. If you ever need any help of some variety, let us know, because obviously Burning Man would benefit from you being there.
We definitely want to go.
Yeah, we want to see it.
We're going to go to the Florida one next year.
We're going to go Love Burn next year.
Oh, that's really
People tell me
pleasant
it's
and
great.
warm.
And mosquito-y. You will never get more mosquitoes or chiggers than you will get in Florida.
You just told me my worst nightmare.
Have you tried the grass? It's fucking horrendous.
He's
there.
just trying to get you to come out to our blank wasteland where there's nothing alive.
Yeah, like there's only bugs one every 8 years.
Love Burn is on the beach.
Yeah.
There's mosquitoes on the beach.
Yeah.
Have you not been in Florida? It's like a blanket, but they're in the sky.
Yeah. I didn't know the mosquito. I mean, the mosquitoes here are pretty bad. You can't walk outside your back door right now.
Is it? I always think of Texas as dry like Nevada. Is it wet?
It is several
It's
ecosystems.
sickeningly humid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're stuck right between the Gulf and the Pacific Ocean.
Are you guys in Austin or New York?
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
How has Austin been faring in our current crumbling dystopia?
Counterpoint, what's Matthew McConaughey like?
He's cool.
He's probably pretty great.
He's actually, you'll never believe this, but he is actually the voice of our crosswalks.
Fuck yeah. All right, it's time to go. Go
When you
on.
go downtown and you press the button, it's Matthew McConaughey that tells you if you can walk.
He's like, cross on one. It's really good.
Why don't you just stand there for a minute?
Exactly. Exactly right.
All right, guys. I guess
Yeah.
we have to go to Texas.
I don't know. There's people I might have to deal with in Austin.
Just go to Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
but
really need to
that's
go
where all my
anywhere else.
emotional baggage is.
Oh, perfect.
Confront it.
How is that, abortion ban thing?
Ooh, rough.
The best.
Rough. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Rough. Everybody goes camping in Arizona a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll go camping in New Mexico.
Yep. Meow Wolf's in New Mexico, so it's all good.
You go take a trip to Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to a progressive state like New Mexico.
Yeah.
When did you ever think you would say that?
Like around 2010, I think I started getting an inkling.
I am delighted that the radical, weird Austin community is still there. Obviously, it is.
In South Austin specifically. Don't go
Yes.
north.
We live in a neighborhood of mostly old hippies. Like
Our landlord isn't.
we live on a street of people that put art and in their front yards and like hang out on their front step and talk to each other.
Well, you got
Like
30
that.
years max until that shit's gentrified.
Oh, yeah.
30 years though.
Or you could be hyper gentrified like the Mission and only have 7 years left.
I mean, the whole city is going to go that way for sure, but we're living it while it's now.
For your Texas local folks, like, do you have recommendations for local burns? Like, if you're this type of person, you might enjoy this kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. It's funny you say that because I feel like whenever I was researching burns before we went, people are pretty passionate about that actually. Like Flipside is like, we all say things are our home burn. Like Flipside is technically our home burn because we live in Austin.
Mhm.
And that's for people who are big burners, of course. Like we have big burners come hang out with us for this. Older hippie generation goes to that. And then Mischievia, whenever you look it up online, everybody says on Reddit, like, oh, if you don't have tattoos and you're young, like they're not going to accept you. And we were like, oh, well, that's good. We have tattoos. And
But what weird
Also
shit to
just
say.
very not true, but
Right. Like, what's up with that one guy who thought that was an appropriate way to introduce the culture?
Let folks know how Reddit is incorrect.
oh, super incorrect. It's just
Oh, you can just go on Reddit and correct it live right there.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
You can spend your whole life doing that.
yeah, it's like Mischievia is a lot more of like, the best way I could describe it is like a lot more of like a punk rock DIY, smaller scale, just a lot more DIY kind of burn. I find Freezer Burn to draw more big burners, just kind of like fancier stuff, bigger art, stuff like that. Same thing with Flipside.
Bougie ass regionals.
But like, take a minute and really picture all the weirdos that you know. What flavor of weirdo
Goes to which burn?
might you recommend if they haven't burned
Which
yet?
burn does the jocks go to?
Like-
is what Beth wants to know. And then I would like to know which burn the burnouts go to.
You're totally reading this wrong. What Beth wants to know is, as a theater geek, Which of the Texas Burns is the most theater geek?
Yeah, can you tell me which one I'm safe at? Like,
Well, I wouldn't go to
I'm
the
really
punk
bad
burn.
at punk.
Yeah, you don't have any tattoos.
I got one.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God, that's right.
That's a good question. They're all very theater kid centric.
Of course they are.
Yeah, there's like 4 theater majors in our camp. And we're
Fuck yeah.
Do they want to come on the podcast?
What do they do professionally?
Wait, us?
No, I mean,
Yes. Where do you work? What is the address? What is the email of your boss?
We've all done other things now. Like I have a theater degree and I do other shit now. I feel like this is our outlet for that, though, because we have like several art weekends where we meet and we build stuff, things that you never thought you'd build. And I think this is actually like why we've all come together, because we used to do that.
Absolutely. What area of theater is your degree?
Arts administration, so management.
Wow.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit, your camp is so lucky to have.
Right? Do you have any idea how badly you need to get to the Big Burn? Not because of anything you need, but because of things we need.
Yeah, our community is deeply flawed, is what Rex is trying
We
to say.
need folks
Do you
who
know any
know how to
artistic directors?
handle volunteers and artists at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all of it. I used to actually do volunteer coordination for several large music festivals in Austin.
I'm just saying, do you want a job?
Are you interested
you a
in writing
job?
grants for this podcast?
Yes. Yes is the answer.
Thank you. I'm happy to proof them.
I've been way more interested actually like in working more with burners. It's something like every time I come home, I work with a few, like I'm a manager, so I try to hire as many burners as I can, but working more in that community because I just love it. Like that's why I started listening to y'all's podcast, because I can sit at my desk job but feel like I'm still in the community every day.
Aw. With shouting from D-Day.
Exactly.
They're in Texas. They understand shouting. They are in a state that gets shouting. California doesn't get shouting, guys. I almost got fired from jobs right when I moved here because I thought like you could be loud at work and people wouldn't be like, oh, that dude's angry.
Is it just everybody's really passive aggressive?
No, it's that we're in an urban environment.
Yeah.
We don't need to shout. We're indoors.
I learned to shout across leagues.
But what happens if somebody cuts you off in traffic?
Oh, God, I beep and they look at you like you fucking slapped them.
Wow.
Like people will just sit behind a car that is blocking their green light and like never fucking beep and let the light turn back to red. Like I noticed it one day and I was just like, well, I could beep, but I'm not in a rush. Like how long is this going to happen?
I will tape my hand to the horn and lean forward.
Oh, I
Get out of my way.
the light is red. The light is green. 2, 3, beep.
Honk. I have places to be.
It's interesting you say that because we have a huge influx of people from California that live here now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been observing that behavior, and that's why there's a different culture living here now.
They don't understand 4-way stops.
It also really depends on what part of California you're talking about. Because here in Oakland, you don't touch your horn because
We don't have 4-way stops.
you don't want the heat.
It's because the guy you're honking at's
The heater.
It could happen.
So, Magz, how were you suckered into using your incredible skills as an art administrator into creating regional camps and theme camps?
Great question. I'm kind of like leader by default. Like, hey, is nobody else going to do this? All
My
right, cool,
favorite
yeah, I'll do it.
kind.
Yeah.
I'm editor by default.
Oh.
Sucks, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. We get to do what I want to do. Like we were just talking about placement, and I made art. Right. I won't tell secrets.
Sucks.
You can use it for your advantage from time to time.
Don't let D-Day stomp on you. What were you saying about what you do for your theme camp?
For our camp this time, I kind of laid the camp out in a way that is beneficial to art that I made for everyone in the camp. And I manipulated the layout specifically to do this because I've been working on this art for every individual person. It must have taken me like 2 weeks to do it.
Holy shit, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I'm
How
really
big
excited.
was your camp? Is your camp?
Well, we've only been like 22, I think is the biggest, but this time everybody who we've been trying to convince to camp with us has finally given in. So we're about 30 now.
I am just giving you heart feels about the reality of taking care of a camp of people. That the level that you're doing it at is incredible.
Yeah, customized individual art gifts tied into a unified
Theme
instantiated in the camp design. That's pretty extra. Bravo. Well done.
You should come up to the Big Burn. You seem
Yeah,
to
we're
have your
going to
shit
keep
together.
trying to convince you to come do this.
Yeah, you
with
can
us.
have free tickets this year. We'll get you free tickets.
Dang.
Yeah.
You want to work at my crew?
Yeah. Are either of you kitchen professionals?
No, we're not. We're not.
Not
kitchen,
even close.
We're not kitchen.
We don't
I
cook at all.
I like to cook, but I'm not a kitchen.
But do you like to clean?
Do
I like to cook.
I like to cook too.
Yeah,
It's
but do
fun.
you like to clean?
Oh, I don't like to clean. No.
Derek, friend, what do you do amongst your regionals? What is the thing that you're excited to give to your community?
I make a lot of stuff for our camp. I do like furniture and cabinetry for a living.
Ah, you're a carpenter.
So whenever we need stuff made, I like to make that kind of stuff.
He's being modest. He made a St. Andrew's cross, and we're thrilled.
So a BDSM carpenter.
Yeah.
We're doing both.
Wait.
We have a thing at our camp that we call the Wheel of Misfortune. And you spin the wheel, and most of the time it ends up with you getting spanked by a skateboard. But you can also get drinks from it and snacks and stuff like that. But usually it's spanked with a skateboard. But I just made us a fancy new wheel.
What is your favorite story from your burn experience to tell, like around a burn barrel?
I was listening to a lot of your Ranger podcasts recently, so I think this one comes to mind because of that. But we had brought a bunch of new friends to a burn, and it was like early in the day when this guy like comes over to our camp, sits down, and is just like, "You guys have to help me, right?" And we're like,
Nah, I don't think so.
we were like, well, I mean, do you need something? Like, what do you need? How can we help you? And he was freaking out. He was like, where's my friend? Where's my friend? His name was like Andy or something. And he was like, I can't find Andy. And I don't know what's going on. And we were like, oh no, someone has taken way too many of something and needs some help. So Derek just got up and was like, where's your camp? Like, how can I help you find where you're supposed to be? And he was just like, still freaking out, trying to like fight Derek, right?
He was kind of being a toddler. He kept like throwing himself on the ground and being like, "Where's my friend? I need my friend." No. And I was like,
Oh no.
I was like, "Well, do you know where you're camped?" And he was like, "I think it's this one." And I was like, "Okay, well that camp is like 3 camps away. I got you. We can go there. Let's go. Let's walk there." And he would just like every 5 steps just throw himself on the ground. Be like, I need my friend. I need my friend.
Oh my god.
That is
We
delightful.
finally got him back to his camp. And we're like, "Hey, is
this yours?
yours? And this yours?" And they were like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like,
Fucking sucks.
He's been screaming about like finding his friend, and they were like, "Hey, he's gone for a walk. Why don't you come sit down? Thank you so much for bringing him back." But yeah, he was kind of in the middle of a little bit of a meltdown.
Yeah.
He lost his friend and thought it was all over.
Yeah. We ran into him later and we were both like, hey. And he looked at us both and he was like, hi. Like he'd never seen us.
Oh yeah. That is a blackout reduction of knowledge. That person was just being themselves right then.
Yeah.
Forming no new memories.
Yeah.
Yep. But that was an interesting one.
That was pretty good.
Injuries are great stories. Any injuries that you witnessed or were a part of?
Or hopefully
don't-
sustained.
No.
I don't think we've had any good injuries, which is kind of crazy because
Congratulations.
I'm like, knock on wood.
I chronically dislocate my shoulders and I have to find something to hang from to put them back in. And I've somehow never done it at a burn. So now that I say that, I'll give you the Mischievia story when I dislocate my shoulder at Mischievia. Or sorry, flip side.
Oh, I know. I can think of something good. So our first flip side, the whole thing was, of course, crazy, as it is for everybody. But whenever we got there, everybody was like, oh, welcome home. And they were hugging us. And me and Derek literally got back in the truck and we're like, do we need to leave?
Is this a cult?
This is a cult.
Yeah, this is some crazy shit right off.
Yeah. We were like, we were here to party. Like, these people are obviously like off their rockers. And we get there and our burn mom like helps us unload and everything, which was also a unique experience because like we'd been camping a lot, and of course you don't help other people at the campsites unload. So I was like, that's crazy.
I'm just thinking about like doing that at Coachella. That's a very funny idea.
Right? Yeah, it was just like so unique.
Oh, you got the shade structure? You want my hands on it?
Yeah.
I'm Derek.
They would freak out. But that whole experience was great. And then we kept doing this thing where we would follow John around because he knew like everyone, right? So he knew like all the camps and all the people. So he would just like take us to this camp and meet this person and run over and do this thing. And like we called it Follow John. We were like, let's do Follow John. And to this day at Burns, we'll still like follow someone. Like I'll just be like, someone will stop and talk to us. And I'm like, can I follow you for like an hour? And they're like, sure.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, you like see what they do.
Yeah, that is inviting terrible whimsy into your world. I love it.
It's kind of delightful.
It can be a good move. I think our first year at Mischievia, we talked to someone who was a ranger, and he was just like, "What are you guys doing?" We were like, "I don't know, walking around." He was like, "Can I go?" We're like, "Yeah."
That is such a good ranger
Yeah.
We're like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's go." We have no idea where we're going. We've never been here before, and he was like,
"Can I go?"
"I've been here.
Yeah.
I'll show you some stuff." And you just find a person and go on a wander.
Go out and come with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially like, people have been doing it for a long time. They walk around and they show you like, hey, there's this person in this camp and they do this and this does this. And it's like really adventuring into this whole different world through someone else's eyes and meeting the people that they know.
That's great.
Yeah, it's been cool.
I want to do that this year. Someone make me do that this year.
We do a lot of that.
Well, I mean, I talk to strangers almost constantly.
It's a good move to talk to strangers.
Yeah, but I'm usually trying to get them to follow me places. I hadn't considered following other people places.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little harder, but if you're convincing enough.
I might be. Depends on the night.
It's not even so much that he's convincing. He just strikes off on his own, and you feel
lost.
Just taking one liberty after another.
You're obligated to follow.
Just walk confidently and people will follow you.
It's like that. That could be my epitaph. With all of the other headstones behind mine as an example.
Nice. Yeah, it's fun. We did it this last burn actually with one of our friends, and he was just like super blasted the whole time. Like we get there and he set up his tent in the middle of the campsite, like 3,000 square feet.
Yeah, we know
right
that guy.
in the middle.
Several of.
Yeah, sometimes they'll just set up a fucking camp right in the middle of the road.
Yep.
I was like, how high are you right now? Because I tried to I looked at him, he was just completely blank. And I was like, how high are you right now? And he's like, really? Really, really?
Yeah. And so we tried to wander follow him that night, and it was so funny because he kept being like, I'm gonna go talk to this person, and then he's like walking the other way, and I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I don't know. So that was a great one too. That didn't go anywhere like crazy, but it was an interesting night.
It was a good to follow someone or just like invite people, because we've started just inviting people. Like if we see solo people just hanging out, we'll be like, hey, we're going on a walk. Do you want to come?
Mm-hmm.
That's so beautiful.
And a lot of the time people just jump in, and we took that into real life with us one time. We went to Vegas.
Oh no.
We were going to a music festival. And it got canceled once everybody was outside of the gate.
You're still on a knife's edge, my friend.
So we were just like, hey, we're going to go party. Come with us to just random people on the street. And it turned out that we just had this like revolving group of about 10 people for an entire day and a night. And it was the most fun ever. It was just people that wanted to like jump in, have fun for a while, and then be on your way. It was like a thing that we learned at Burns that we took to real life. And we are like, oh, this is good. You can talk to strangers. They're not all terrible.
Sounds pretty healthy.
Exactly.
You like that? Being healthy? Think you're better than me?
I do like being healthy. Maybe I am better than you. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I'm not sure.
That's beautiful.
I think Vegas is not necessarily a safe place to do that, but a place where you're
more likely to run into
it's
weirdos.
Corporate burning.
Yeah, your likelihood of adventurous outcomes is higher than if you did that in, say, San Francisco.
It is high. And it was at a festival, like outside of a festival where all the people were there for the same thing. So you're like, you're at least kind of like me.
Yeah, you could do that at festivals on St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
I'm not going to go around in Vegas on a Friday and invite strangers to walk with me because that could get really weird.
I mean,
I don't
mostly
know.
your camp is going to Vegas.
Vegas is pretty great. They also have a Meow Wolf.
They do. A cool one.
They do. It's cool.
Yeah, I haven't been yet.
It might be my favorite so far.
It's cool because it's also a venue.
Oh, fabulous.
Like Lords of Acid just played there, and we were bummed that we didn't get to go see them in Vegas.
Lords of Acid is still playing?
We just saw
Vegas.
Lords of Acid in San Antonio 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow, my 90s.
But they played Meow Wolf in Vegas.
Where else
would you play?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Oh, I need to get big enough so I can play Meow Wolf Vegas.
Do it. Put us on the guest list.
All right. I'm going to need you guys to help me wrangle up a punk band.
We'll do our best.
We actually met a promoter already who was like, "Do you need help getting a punk band?" And we
Yes.
were like, "Yes, we do."
Oh yeah, there's a fellow Austin burner who's in a punk band and was like, "Hey, you guys should have a punk band at your camp."
I was like, "Yeah, we want that." We're testing the waters this flip side, which is actually in like 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, Flipside and Soaker at the same time.
Oh, it's so much nicer in Texas than it is in Oregon. Although this year I think it's going to be great.
I have no opinion either way.
It's gonna be hot here.
It's going to be hot and it's going to be humid.
Lovely.
Yeah.
With mosquitoes, I assume, then?
Oh yeah.
Unavoidable.
The mosquitoes tend to kind of go away on the flip side land just because there's so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Because other people are being eaten by mosquitoes. Uh-huh.
They're not as aggressive because I'm the mosquito trap of the world.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
I've spent most of this podcast scratching my leg.
Oh, but it's so early in the year.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no,
It's summer here.
I'm wrecked already. I have mosquito bites all over my back because we went to land to flag theme camps and I'm covered in mosquito bites.
Oh, horrendous.
Good
So
time.
when you say you went to land to flag theme camps, you went out and helped do the surveying of this regional?
Yeah, so they go out and they make a map and they kind of measure out where all the theme camps are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give you a section and a bunch of flags and stuff to measure. And you go measure out the different camps and flag where their boundaries are.
That's rad. You're on survey.
Yeah, so we went and did that. We went and did that this past Saturday.
It was fun.
Of course it is.
No,
I really recommend.
that would be
I thought about
placement.
flagging our each individual campsite like spots, and I was like, "That's too much. But I was saying this year too, we're kind of testing the waters with doing a bigger thing. There's always a big party every year at Flipside called the White Party.
Mm-hmm.
That a big camp called Lava Lounge hosts.
That is fucking dangerous for a burn in Texas, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's a brown party.
A
midway
white
through.
party.
Last year, this is a tangent, but last year was actually really cool because a Guar cover band played.
No.
And they
Nice.
played.
That was just Guar. There actually are no Guar cover bands. If you play as Guar, they embody you.
That's true. But they did it on the White Party night. So they made sure that everybody was all nice and white before
And
they
then-
covered them in blood.
Like
fabulous.
vomited up blood on them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It was really great. But so we started a party this year that we're hoping becomes really popular and continues to happen called the Black Party, where we want everybody to wear like fetish gear, black clothes, obviously. And we're going to do like set up the St. Andrew's cross and stuff just to kind of like play on the fact that they have the White Party.
Perfect.
Excellent. I love that.
Yep. Beat them.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And there's already people making fun of us. Somebody already made a fake flyer for the Gray Party.
Jay-Z is going to play that. You like that? You like my topical musical jokes?
No.
I don't know anything about any of that. But
The beige
it's-
party. It's fine.
The beige party.
it'll
It'll
the Gray
do.
Party flyer says like it's going to be fine. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, we will be
gonna be-
here.
Wonderful. Yeah, exactly.
I think Mischievia could be one of those burns where it's just people know that like Mischievia is fun. You can prank each other. None of it's mean-natured. None of it's hateful. It's all just silly and fun, and they encourage it. But if you were to say like, no, not okay with this, like you could put a sign in your camp and say, I'm not okay with this.
Yeah.
It's still all consent-based.
I'll never forget like the COVID, like right after COVID, it was so interesting because consent became so serious with like hugging,
Like
and
touching,
spaces.
or like, am I okay in this room without?
Can I breathe on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, like people were putting signs that were like, you can come in here without a mask or you cannot come in here without a mask. Like it was really interesting.
Yeah. It's complicated. And I'm glad that there's space in the Burning Man culture for a bunch of people to consent to pranks.
I'm making a T-shirt that says "I consent to sex pranks."
I think there's also.
Oh God, I'm going to do such terrible things to you.
Yeah, but like I said it, now I have to do it. I'm gonna make it a tank top.
There's plenty of space in the realm of pranks where you're not necessarily violating somebody's consent in a significant way. Like the people who come out of porta potties and get handed a crown or something. That's a prank.
Yeah.
A prank encompasses a lot of surprise theater.
Yeah, I think though that what it's asking for to prank in a larger culture is to be incredibly socially aware. It's
And
like
trusting.
it's like being able to tease people. Like, is this a person I can tease? Can I read that this person is receptive and open to teasing? And is what I'm going to do not? It's one of those things where it's like, you would think that this is dumb, but you actually have to be quite socially aware in order to pull off a prank well that doesn't harm anyone and doesn't piss anyone off.
I don't think not pissing anyone off is necessarily a guide stone.
All right. But like, you got to piss off a person who it hasn't harmed and who won't harm you back.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what is the difference between pranking and punking?
Or you accept the risk of a punch in the mouth.
Right. That's what I think it is. I think it's that. There's at Mischievia, I don't know if it's one group or who it is, but our first one, there was a guy just like standing between two big camps with a big velvet rope and telling people they couldn't come through. And my friends were super high, so all of them were like, oh, we can't go through here. And I'm not, so I'm like, well, I'm going to walk around
in the ditch.
Yeah.
But fine, I guess you can go around if you're going to go around that way.
Yeah. And then there was the next year, there was like literally like a bridge, and they had a big, I don't even know how they got the arm on the bridge, but they were stamping people and you couldn't come through if you didn't.
They were asking to see your papers. That was flip side. They blocked the bridge and asked they blocked the bridge and asked to see your papers and gave you a stamp to come across the bridge.
So that kind of prank, the kind of prank that is just rejecting folks, as opposed to the kind of prank like forklifting the Volare up on top of a container, right?
Yeah,
like the kind of prank that is fucking with people, as opposed to saying no, a kind of prank that is, I am taking your shit, or I'm destroying your shit, or I'm moving your shit over here.
Yeah.
More just silly stuff. And I think you are very right though when you say that, like, you can, if you're paying attention at all, you can get a read on someone. It's gonna be okay to prank them, or if they're gonna be upset by it. And if I think someone's going to be upset by playing a joke on them or a prank, then don't. I'm not going to ruin this person's day to do something that I think is funny. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not a child.
You can get away with forklifting the Volare because it's Coyote's car and he's got
He's
all
in
the
charge
social
of the
power
team that will bring it
in
back.
the city, and he's good-natured, and it's a culture of people who know and love each other working together. You can prank your friends.
Yeah.
Well, you
Definitely.
can, in a way, you can't prank strangers, but there are lots of ways you can prank strangers at Burning Man.
Yeah, we actually we just acquired these people at Alma that are hilarious, and their bit is they go and pretend to be rangers, but like softly pretend to be rangers and ask for papers, and if they don't have them, they demand bribes.
Oh my God, I love this so much. I want to dress up in khaki and just be like, where's your ticket?
Exactly.
They just go camp to camp and they ask for stuff and they're like, hey, we might need a little bit of grease for these wheels over here if you want this to go away. And they're talking like really Boston accents and stuff like that. And they're like, you know what? Like, we can all make this stop, but you might have to grease the wheels a little bit. You got anything to drink?
And they did get me at first because my husband is actually an immigrant. So whenever they came over and they were like, do you have papers? I was too fucked up. And I was like, we don't have his green card. This is absurd.
We're not within 100 miles of the border. I know that. You know that.
Exactly. So they even got us. And that was after we'd been hanging out with them. So it's like, I feel like as long as it's in good
Like,
nature.
that's a funny prank. That's a funny prank.
And there's nothing better than a prank war, too. That's the shit.
I love a prank war because that is consenting. That is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we
Once
we
you
are
buy in,
doing
you've
this
bought in.
together. a prank war.
Yeah, exactly.
I also like a prank, the kind where you're like, may I see your papers? Or like
The broken water main.
Yeah, the
Any
broken
officious
water
sort of
main,
thing. Like when
where you're just redirecting people as opposed to asking them to participate and stuff. You're just like, or, like, this is the VIP area. You can't come in here.
Yeah. That stuff's so funny.
Introducing bureaucracy and those sorts of hurdles into anarchy is very, very funny.
Yeah.
100%. That is a great way to describe it. We did actually
Sending
a prank.
people to the gift shop.
We did one at Freezer Burn where our friends were hosting, they were calling it the Mohawk Meander. So it was like a bunch of camps were hosting like a happy hour where you could come get a drink. And our whole camp, like everything we do is silly and dumb. Like none of it's serious. And so we put on our wheel like these really intricate cocktails, like chocolate martini and like old fashioned and like stuff that there's no way in hell we're making that in the middle of nowhere.
Are you saying an old fashioned isn't an intricate cocktail?
Yeah, those are two of the simplest cocktails I can think of.
No,
honestly.
it's fine. Go on.
It's one step above gin and tonic.
It's true. For us, it's intricate. But so everybody would spin the wheel and be like, oh, I got like this fancy whatever. And then we would just pour beer in a cup and give it to them.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
I made them beer mimosas every time. It was just beer and orange juice.
Yeah.
Every single person got beer and orange juice. And every once in a while, you would get someone that'd be like, that's a pretty good old fashioned.
The best part is they'd walk off and be like, wow, this is like really good. This is a good like mojito, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they literally don't know that they're drinking beer.
Is this a screwdriver? This is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, that you could buy, right? But the number of people who didn't even question it and came back and spun the wheel again, I was like, you don't even know you drank something different.
Oh, it's fabulous. Well, so many people are so fucking ripped already. And I don't know you, so I can't tell.
Right.
You guys can put the hot whiskey vodka on there, our favorite cocktail.
Yeah,
That
hot
sounds
whiskey
terrible.
vodka.
It is.
Sometimes late week, everyone has run out of mixers.
It
and-
is. Let me tell you, it's
We
perfect.
do Malort.
Yeah, we just got a new bottle of Malort.
We do Malort.
So you're good for 5 years.
Yeah,
is
you
what
guys
we're
should come
saying?
out and do Gate. You're self-selecting.
Shockingly enough, we've killed a bottle of Malort in a year.
Oof.
Like, seriously?
We have people that come over and ask for Malort.
Gross.
Why?
Because people from Chicago are always trying to prove they've got something.
They're basically Canadians, is the
They're
answer.
like, no, it's good. I swear I love it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, let me get a shot of earwax and a hot dog with some vegetables on it.
Do you have any advice for folks who are going to their first regional or Burning Man event this year? Like something you wish you could have told yourself before you went for the first time?
I did a bunch of research before we went because that's just the kind of person I am.
Because you're smart, and on top of it, that's why we need you to come volunteer with us.
Exactly. But somebody they posted and they're like, hey, don't be afraid to like sit in your tent by yourself. And I thought, what in the hell is she talking about? Why would you do that? And why would you be afraid to do that? And this last Alma, I found myself being like, I just need to sit in the tent by myself. And I'm feeling guilty about it because there's so much you could do. But it's like at the same time, you're a person and you're not used to being around hundreds of people full time.
No shit, yeah.
That is such solid advice.
Yeah. It's made a huge difference for me because it like Alma, I took like 4 or 5 naps and I was like, this is the best.
I would say talk to strangers.
I love
Talk to
that.
strangers. Because in real life, you don't just walk up to someone on the street and be like, hey, what are you doing?
No, that's ridiculous and terrible. Why would you
What
ever
are you
do
doing?
that?
Like
Horrifying.
Do you want to like go for a walk or like what's up? Is there anywhere cool to go? Do that because we don't do that at all. And some of the best times we've had is just like seeing someone that looks cool and being like, hey, what are you doing? Can we go? Or like we said, like that guy was like, hey, can I go on a walk with you? That's one of the best things you can do is just know that you can talk to anyone in this community.
That's such gorgeous advice.
Do you feel like there might be an advantage to going for your hypothetical first time Texas regional burner, going to one of the larger ones versus one of the smaller ones?
I always wondered that because we did Flipside first. We did meet someone like a long time ago who she does a lot of art at Big Burn. And she was like telling us about it. And I was like, oh shit, like we're going right now. Like, let's get flights. Like, let's figure this out. And she was like, whoa. She's like, there's literally one here.
Yeah, she
right
was like,
there.
Go to a regional. She was like, go to a regional, see what you think. Yeah, I don't know. I would say like pick the regional that's closest to you and go to that one because they're all great.
I could see benefits of going to the super small one first, but also, I mean, if you went to the smallest and then you worked your way up, you would just continually be more impressed. So maybe that's the move, because like our first one was Flipside, and everybody kept telling us like, hey, that's the biggest one, so like just so you know, that's gonna be your peak. Like,
but then we went to Mischievia and we were like, no, fuck Flipside. Like, I love Flipside, but Mischievia's my shit. Like, that's the one. If you said you could do one regional a year, it'd be Mischievia, like hands down.
They're all great.
Over.
They're all great. I mean, we joked at the beginning, we live in Austin, we live in Texas, and this is our escape. It's like, but it is. It's our whole life now. It's our whole culture and everybody that we hang out with.
Mm-hmm. And it's not weird, and it's not a cult.
Samesies.
Oh, it's a weird cult for
It's not, because you can leave the cult and we'll still be friends.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I do have a friend, and she's in another camp. She's polycampus, but she's like, oh yeah, we have camp dues, and I'm like, well, money is when it becomes a cult.
It's definitely a step on that path.
I feel like if your theme camp is asking you to stop speaking to your family and friends for particular reasons, then it's a cult.
Isolating behavior, sign of a cult.
That's the biggest one.
You know what? We're gonna start asking people that though. Like, hey, you can camp with us, but you have to stop talking.
Yeah, maybe.
What is your mom's opinion about Trump?
You can camp with us, but maybe you should divorce your wife.
Hey, that's real sometimes.
It's going to be the new test for future.
That's a good troll, actually, to be like, so here's the documents. There's no money. Don't worry about that. But we need you to agree to some stuff.
Yeah. Now, it's not full power of attorney. I want to make that clear from the jump. But it is partial power of attorney.
The meal plan is free, but it's mandatory.
No camp dues. We just need 50% of whatever you have when you die.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys just taught me a thing about my camp orientation this year, where I'm just going to be like, it's cool. I'm just going to need you to agree to some stuff. Here's some paperwork.
Yeah.
Agree to some stuff.
If you can just start checking off those boxes, that'll be fine. Yeah, and you're going to want to initial at the bottom of each page and date it. That's right.
I'm actually going to do this, like, because we have a lot of new people.
Real quick.
We have all these new people that have been like, so you don't have dues or you don't have like shifts, and I'm like, no, we don't. We're basically anarchy camp. Like, show up, have a good time with us. But you can tell they're like waiting for the floor to drop. So I should bring in like a packet and be like, so I need you to initial. Now that you're here and you're set up and you're not going to leave, can you sign this?
Yeah, it sucks, but you're going to have to bring a filing cabinet out too. And you're going to need an assistant to take.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, like they need to have a binder that your papers go into. And then they are constantly going back to the filing cabinet to file them.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I even have like an old notary stamp.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. All you need is like 3 reams of paper and you're done.
Oh, that's the question I want to ask. What is the frequency of barbecue at the Texas regionals?
So if you get Freezer Burn or Flipside, there's a camp called Wally's Cookout Kitchen, something like that. Wally rolls out with like 25 Dutch ovens and like
20
feet of
like 25.
like 20 feet of
like, they're big
barbecue pit, and all he does is just cook barbecue.
Yeah.
Damn.
Delicious
all
food.
Day, every day for everyone.
That's
Sold.
great. That man had one of those Texas Instruments jobs back in the 80s, and he can afford 50 grand worth of ribs and brisket every year.
He actually takes meat donations, and they have a beat your meat contest.
Oh,
So that's pretty good. That's a good way to get around it. Yeah,
people show up and they're like, hey, I brought you a 5-pound brisket, or here's some chickens, or here's a pack of chicken thighs, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that was another memory from John from our first time. He just pulls out all this raw steak, and I'm thinking, what the hell are you going to do with that? Where are you cooking that? He's like, oh, I'm giving it to Wally's. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of cooking camps. This last Alma, we were across from a camp that they bring a deep freeze, like a chest freezer, and they freeze just food. I think I've heard other people talk about this before on y'all's thing, but they just freeze like bags of food, and then they cook it in a crock pot.
That's
and we
Beth. Beth is bags of food lady. You're talking to her.
two bags of food, and then you boil it, and then you assume that the toxins in a Ziploc bag that you're boiling don't get through 2
They do.
Ziploc bags.
Yeah, they go right in there.
I mean, we're consuming a lot of other things.
You'll
that are
be
probably
fine.
worse.
There's worse
I
things
have
than
been thus
plastic going
far.
up my nose.
And with all that cheap beer, nothing's staying in them long enough to make them sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
PBR will wash anything away. But yeah, we ate a ton of that food because it was right there and it was so delicious. And every time they'd have food ready, they'd come over and be like, "Hey."
They'd be like, "Hey, we have nachos. We have pulled pork and rice. We have some potatoes and ground beef. We have this. We have that. And I was like, dude, I've eaten more at this burn than I ever have at any other burn because you're right here and you're telling me it's there.
That's pretty incredible. I want that.
Yep.
I've never
Yeah, it
been
was
next
really
to a
great.
barbecue camp before.
So we've kept you on the horn for a couple of hours now. Is there one last story that you want to leave us with from the Texas Regionals?
There were two arts I wanted to tell you about because y'all have heard a lot about arts. So there's two that I really enjoyed. The first one was our first flip side, and no one knows what's going on. But out on the very edge of the burn, you just walked, and there was something like glowing in black light. So we're like, "What the hell is that?" So we walk over. Is it someone's camp? What is it? It's just a bunch of pop-ups, and you walk inside, and they made it like underwater black light with mermaids and coral. And there was like a gifting section in it. And it was like basically 3 rooms. But to this day, I think about like how beautiful that was. And just like so simple, but so impactful.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about, the tent with the 90 with all the shit inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should find out who that is. And they should talk to them because that was super cool.
It was really cool.
Super cool.
And then we also have a lot of trees here. And somebody had taken a bunch of dead trees and made them in a pile and then put this gnarly head on the front. And that's one of my favorites too, because it looked so spooky at night. Like it looked like a creature that was coming for you.
That was the spider at Freezer Burn.
There was also a spider at Freezer Burn that was made of Christmas trees.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really spooky at night too. This was at our first flip side. It was just like at a camp, someone had gathered a bunch of sticks and made this like really scary thing. And I remember thinking like, that's sticks. You just made sticks terrifying, and I appreciate that.
I remember that one. That's cool though.
That's art, baby.
That's art. That's art. We try to art every time if we can. We usually can.
Scary camp. Scary camp at Flip Side.
Tell us about
There's
Scary
a camp.
Camp.
There's a camp at Flip Side we've been talking about for years now, who comes back every year and no one can figure out what it is. They just have like scary mannequins outside and like a tent full of black and gray videos of people getting their teeth pulled and shit like that. It's so scary. I think the only reason they're doing it is because people are talking about how scary it is.
And
It's
they're in the
9 Inch
dark.
Nails camp.
Even worse. We like 9 Inch Nails.
Scary 9 Inch Nails camp.
The only time they have music is they have this old xylophone that they just like play like a dead person, and it's so disturbing.
Horrifying.
It's just,
And you have to walk by it, by the way, to get to the Badlands.
That sounds like good art to me.
Yeah.
It's good art. At first, I was like, because you're on acid, and you're like, I can't walk over there. I can't.
This is not for me, apparently.
it is good art in that sense where like it's been 3 years and we still talk about it. And like our campmates are like, did you ever figure out what that camp was about? Other than just being fucking scary?
We actually brought them last year, and they had set up a new bell tent that had a sex doll that looked like it had been eaten by a bear, basically, like with guts and stuff everywhere. And we were all standing there, and like it was the first time a lot of our friends had gone to a burn, and I was like, okay, I cannot have them so horrified of this. Like I'm horrified of this. So they had been making turkey sounds the whole weekend. So I said, okay, we're gonna go in and we're gonna make turkey sounds at it. And they were like, no, I can't go in. And I was like, no, we're all going to go in and we're going to make turkey sounds. And we did. We all went in and with the creepy art and we made the turkey sounds, and that took its power away.
Solid
I can't help but
job.
think like what other people were thinking. They're like, why are they in that tent making turkey sounds?
No, it's brilliant. Turkeys have no sense of their own mortality. Nothing is macabre to a turkey.
And now it's back to us. Look at us. Here we are. Podcasts. That was Magz and Derek. One of my favorite things that I learned about Texas in talking to Magz and Derek is that the crosswalks in Austin have Matthew McConaughey's voice giving you the instructions for walking or not walking.
All right.
Feel free to go. If you could choose anyone to be the voice of the crosswalks in the Bay Area, who would it be?
Dell.
All right.
Dell?
The Funky Homo Sapien. The One Good Gorillaz album. That's Dell, the Funky Homo Sapien, rapping over all that Gorillaz.
For Oakland, I feel like there's a strong bid for
Zendaya.
filmmaker
Ryan Coogles. Boots.
Boots Riley.
Could be Boots Riley.
I would love it if it was Boots Riley in Oakland, personally.
Because you hate women.
Is Boots Riley a problem?
Nope.
I feel like his ethical aesthetic is pretty good.
Yeah,
I
he's
haven't
been an
noticed-
activist here for a while.
I haven't noticed him being awful about women at all in his stories, and he's awful about a lot of people in his stories. They don't seem misogynistic at all, which is one of the reasons why I really, really like his work. On top of it just being nothing quite like it. If you guys haven't checked out Sorry to Bother You
Or I'm a Virgo.
or I'm a Virgo,
Check them both out.
yeah, they're great. They're great.
And he's a brilliant musician.
Yeah,
And
also
he's a
listen to The
brilliant
Coup.
musician. Yeah.
I was going to say Boots.
Oh, great.
But since you said Boots, I'm going to say Mr. W. Kamau Bell. He is also a local gentleman, and his voice could be on our crosswalks.
Kamel Bell has a nice radio voice.
He does.
I could see that. Oakland's so much easier than San Francisco because, like, who's, like, culturally significant in San Francisco that is, like, a person that you want to think of?
Ginsburg.
Like, there's a lot of dead people, sure, like, but then it feels like a little bit disrespectful to, like, have it be, like,
I mean, most comedians from the mid 80s through the early 2000s spent a bunch of time here at Cobb's and the Purple Onion, back when the Purple Onion was a place.
I got bit by so many spiders at the Purple Onion.
Oh my God, that is fucking horrifying.
I mean,
Absolutely was.
I was only in there once before it closed, but I didn't get bitten by any spiders.
That was the one time I was in there before it closed.
unfortunately, the answer is Robin Williams, and he's dead.
No, but see, that's the thing, and I'm like, it's disrespectful.
No one
to be
is
like,
dead with AI.
Someone like doing Robin Williams's voice.
Yeah, I can't think of any other San Franciscans. They're all dead.
Yeah.
I think the crosswalks in San Francisco should be sung by Journey.
Dude, Zuckerberg.
It would really confirm the
we are the
dystopia.
city of Zuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, our main hospital is called Zuckerberg. It's so soulless, you know.
It's
what
General Hospital, and it always will be.
it's what San Francisco deserves. Is Zuckerberg on the crosswalk signals?
The three of us still have not been to a Texas regional, but I assume we're going to go back to Soak at some point. And Magz and Derek, you should come on up to Soak with us, and you should also meet us at the Big Burn one of these days.
Yeah. Oh my God, friends, go to your regionals. Your regionals are so cool. If you are someone who it's a struggle to get out to the Big Burn, because it is for like basically everyone, look into your regionals. They're so cool.
Fly into San Jose, drive out to Unscrews, and meet me there. I'm going to Unscrews this year.
I hope you have a blast.
I think I will. I just saw the posting on the Ranger thread talking about Ranger opening at Unscrews, and we'll see what my commissary work is like. But I might do a grass shift at Unscrews.
Well, I can't wait to hear about it.
Me too. You can come. You want
I
to come?
can't come. It's in the middle of my production season in my semester. It's never going to work.
Change it.
I might could come.
You ought to. You can come Ranger.
I love you both and support you guys going. You should. You know, and also bring the recording kit and then don't ever turn it on.
I mean, one of the easiest places to record would be while shooting the shit doing prep in a kitchen. There's no end to really funny conversations in a kitchen, and like you can put fucking 4 lavalier mics on 4 people pretty easily.
I support you in any way you want to do it. That sounds audioly interesting.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to come and engineer. I'm going to have to cook. Eagle-eyed listeners may realize...
Eagle-eared. Owl-eared.
Eagle-eyed
Eagle-eyed.
listeners... eagle-eared listeners
Owl-eared.
owl-eared
There it is.
listeners will recognize that the wheel of cocktails that we are going to do at our listener appreciation party this year came from this interview. Thank you, Mischievia, for our cocktail menu for the listener appreciation party on Playa in 2026. Magz and Derek, you should come to Playa and help us with it in 2026.
Diabetics, we're sorry. It's a sweet menu this year.
And I guess the lactose intolerant are going to have a white hot creme de menthe and Warsteiner.
No, man, the Yoo-Hoo's dairy free.
Yeah, we went over this. You don't want to
That's
shit
not
yourself.
a thing I can process.
Yeah. Oh, no, Yoo-Hoos are gross.
But also we'll have the white wine spritzers. So
Yeah, and if you want it as a cocktail, like maybe you could have some hot white creme de menthe as a float on top of some fizzy water. Some plum flavored
what flavored fizzy
LaCroix.
water would...
we should
plum and melon.
we should haunt the Total Wines and More from here to event and pick up all of the weird herbal liqueurs whenever they go on discount. All the stuff that like they sell as a replacement for chartreuse, but it's not. We can just
Elderflower rumplemints.
busy up the white wine spritzer.
Just busy it up. I love that idea.
Do you want some walnut bitters in it?
Peach ginger beer.
I accidentally bought peach goslings.
Oh my God. With or without alcohol in them.
They're ginger
They're
beer.
just ginger beer.
Okay.
They're just a peach ginger beer.
Well, imagine if there was some cheap rum flavoring in there too. Back in the day, there used to be a grocery outlet in the Bay Area called the Bargain Bank. Ooh. And the Bargain Bank wasn't just groceries. It was also like half of an Odd Lots in there.
Odd Lots?
Yeah. Or a Big Lots or a Good Lots.
Or a Mac Frugals.
Yes. Yeah, it was a Mac Frugal's sort of grocery establishment. And in the back half where there was a grocery store, there was also, obviously, the discount liquor counter, which D-Day has always been gravitating to. And once in like 2007, in the shadow of 280 South, in the dog patch, I went into the bargain bank and I came out with two $3 bottles of De Kuyper wasabi schnapps.
What?
It was one of the most horrific things that I have ever brought to and back and forth to parties like Burning Man over and over again. And like, let me tell you that over the course of like the 6 or 7 years that I had that bottle, we never put much of a dent in it. And it was only mostly drank straight out of the bottle, but it tasted like capsaicin and celery schnapps. Which I imagine is why it was $3. But if we can be finding a bottle of something like that, I've never seen another wasabi liquor before or since. It's not like, you know, what you want in a drink.
It was sweet?
It was a schnapps.
Sweet wasabi.
And it wasn't like a German schnapps. It wasn't like a high gravity schnapps. It was
it's like that 15%.
De Kuyper.
Yeah.
Pranks. Drink pranks. Haha, drink pranks.
Pranks.
A reminder to Magz. Magz, thank you so much a couple years ago for you and Derek being on the podcast. Now, I would just like to remind you that on this podcast, which you have just heard, you agreed to write grants for this podcast, which you have not done yet. To be fair, it took me almost 2 years for your episode to be aired, but now that it is, you have no excuse.
Ooh.
Get us
Throwing
that
it down.
foundation money.
Yeah.
If you want to help, you ought to help if you are or are not Magz in getting us money. We like money. It helps a lot. If you would like to help us a lot, one of the things that you can do is come on this podcast and share your stories. I am addicted to your stories. Let me edit your stories. Where are your stories? Accuracy Third is produced by Accuracy Third. The music in this episode is Slowly, Surely by 10,000 Decibels who is former guest of the pod, Travis.
Hell yeah.
Travis, not that Travis, Beth. Good Travis. Hey, good Travis. Thank you for your music and for having come on the pod.
Sorry about your name, Travis.
Travis doesn't have to apologize for Travis.
No. I'm just sorry about the association in my brain. Thanks for the music.
Oh, good Travis, you know.
And the cards, several of which I have had the opportunity to regift recently.
Yeah, good cards, Travis.
Check out burnernark.com.
Well, why don't you try that whole reading?
Burnernark.com. It's a website. You can buy merch that D-Day has designed for you.
Not all of it, or even most of it, says Accuracy Third on it, so You're welcome.
You don't understand what is there if you have not checked out burnernark.com.
Do you want to go to Playa looking like you have, or maybe have not, been dressed by the police costume department to make you a narc to put our friends in jail? If you would like to look like said cop, go to burnernark.com. Maybe you'll look like that.
Attention law enforcement. You are not permitted to purchase items from burnernark.com. Do not give us your money.
Also, we only get $1 per merch because we want you to have our merch, not to give us money.
D-Day compulsively makes things, and it would make him happy if you liked some of those things and put them on your body.
Yeah, just so y'all know, the I'm Three-lationship material shirt is not really selling. So if you, in one way or another, are Three-lationship material, let the world know your orientation and buy that shirt.
Do you want to easy make a bunch of friends online? Join our Discord. It's full of friends. You didn't even know about all these friends you have. They're right there waiting for you on Discord.
If you would like to be one of our friends, let us invade your camp on Wednesday of event week at 2 p.m. and we will.
We will happily throw our party at your camp. We just need some shade. And thank you so much for our previous camp hosts. We've had really wonderful support at every camp that we've been at. Mm-hmm. It's just been an absolute delight. And we don't want to wear out our welcome because we know it also takes energy on your side to host us. But we would love to show up with a bunch of swag and liquor and hang out at your camp and have our listeners come and hang out with us there at your camp.
And special shout out to any camps who are actually art cars or our physical camps who are placed somewhere near 6 o'clock. In Burning Man, it would be great to not have to go that far to where you're at or to have you come to us to begin with and then take us to wherever we're going.
Listen to that jadedness. It is hard to get over there.
I have to cook like all fucking morning before we have party. It would be great for me to not like strip off my sweaty, disgusting food clothes, put on my sweaty, disgusting playa-fied clothes and like hop on my bike and have my balls jostled up to my chin. Because of the roads we had on Playa.
Oh, God. It was every bike ride was so hard.
Though if you do be an MV owner, please consider hosting our party on
We'll
your
bring
MV.
lasers since we know you're not allowed to have them this year. We will bring the high-powered laser for you to blind our participants for you.
I think it would be really fun to have open Playa mutant vehicle party.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be something where we would be asking you guys to drive us around a bunch, just sort of like be a location to be at.
Be a sound system if you've got one. So we can play some music.
And like some places to sit or whatever your art car has to offer.
You can drive us out to the best little horcade in Nevada.
Also, samesies, if you're putting a placed art this year that is like a nice venue for a party.
Did you build a giant gazebo? Are you a set of humongous shelves? Are you a dresser the size of which we won't believe?
We don't want to invade people's art at random, but if you had an art that you think would be a neat party, that's a neat idea. We're open to neat ideas.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have an art car to drive us out to this party in Deep Playa? Please pick us up between...
Is that an outro? Do we get it all? Accuracy3rd@gmail.com.
we had this guy that came by our camp, and he just kind of like wandered over and he sat down for a minute, and he said it was his birthday.
Strong start.
Yeah, first warning sign.
Yeah, I was like, happy birthday, that's cool. Do you want
something?
Yeah.
do you want a mushroom chocolate as a birthday gift? And he was like, yeah, that would be awesome. And he just took it and ate it. It was like a gram.
Is that too much mushrooms?
Is that a lot of mushrooms?
That's a dose.
That's normal for us here in Texas.
Yeah, a gram is not a lot.
All right.
A gram is not a lot.
It
Heroic
is one
fine.
mushroom.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I use standard
A little
measurement.
bit,
Thank you very much.
Smidge of mushroom.
Uh-huh.
But I ran into that guy later in the night, and he was at another bar, and he was clearly super, super drunk. Had a box of Whippets in my hand, and he was like, "Hey, give me some of those Whippets." And I was like, "No, these are mine." And he like shoved me and tried to take them out of my hands. And I was like, "Hey, you need stop. These are mine." And then he like got all mad and immediately walked over to another kid and like tried to steal a lightsaber that he had and stuff like that. And I was like, "Ooh, you're being a problem."
That is the best possible thing to grab to threaten someone with. that shows the exact mentality at play.
And I was like, "You need to dial it back a little bit."
We ended up telling a ranger and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, we've heard about that guy. We're gonna find him or whatever." And I know they
Yeah,
took care
we
of it.
call him Jedi Jerry. He sucks.
We got him.
We're going to have to do something about him.
It do be
Fuck.
like,
That's like basically the only negative experience we've ever had at a burn. Everyone's super sweet.
yeah, it's
Aw.
true.
Every once in a while, you find someone that maybe needs some help, but they're not usually like aggressive or anything like
Awful
that.
or shitty or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
just
really.
maybe like, hey, I'm kind of having a bad time. Do you mind if I sit down for a second?
Oh, sounds nice.
Yeah.
Like once a year, people are just like, hey, there's a guy that we need you to follow with like 3 other competent people. He's locked himself in the porta potty for the last 50 minutes and finally came out, and he's not doing well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it happens. I feel like we're all just like so good at, I don't know, keeping it to ourselves. Maybe that's like our Texas-ness.
I think also when you have a smaller sample size, it takes a slightly more keyed in bunch of people who might have a higher chance of knowing what they're doing to get there.
I think that's super true. Yeah. Even like, do y'all know what it takes to get a Flipside ticket?
I know I haven't been able to
can't
get one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get y'all one. But so you have to fill out a form online, print that form out with a printer, get a check, a physical like cashier's
A
check,
money order.
a
cashier's
money
check.
order, put it in an envelope with
Yep.
a stamp. I don't know if you've ever heard one of those. And then you have to mail it to them physically, and then they'll email you and be like, "Yeah, you got a ticket."
Wow. Through the snail mail.
Honestly, I'm impressed. A stamp, you say?
Yeah.
It keeps the riffraff out. I
It does.
think.
I mean, it means you are committed to at least several steps.
Yeah, you're coming. You want to go if you're willing
And
to
you
do
have
it
a
all.
checkbook for some reason.
Well, I'm not giving Waste Management an extra like $3.35 a fucking month. They can go fuck themselves. Sometimes they don't take the garbage away. It's their job.
Exactly.
You can get a money order at the 7-Eleven and a Slurpee.
You can. Yep. But yeah, that's a whole thing. Flipside has that whole barrier, but I like it. Like I kind of wish that was the only way you could get a ticket because I feel like the riffraff gets in the other ways.
What is the riffraff?
The scalpers,
You know, people
miscreants.
can't trust.
The people who are going to ruin Flipside. Just like
Yeah.
the Yahoos ruined Burning.
Like what we call riffraff. There's a lot of Burning Man people who aren't necessarily burners, but are going for the first time and maybe get like way out of control. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like even today, somebody had posted and they're like, "Hey, things to remember." This is a little dark. I feel like y'all's podcast is lighter than this, but they're like, "Hey, remember to keep your drink covered." And I thought, at Flipside? For real? Like I trust these people. And it was just a reminder, like, even if you trust everyone, like you never know who bought that ticket secondhand or whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
having this a lot. I'm taking the Beducation program right now that is like the bed educators about consent, and I resent having to hold the idea that so many people would be consent violating. It annoys me and it makes me angry, and at the same time it's probably good.
It's mostly dumbasses and drunks, but like
But like
1% are predators.
Yeah.
and we can't keep those people out of our community while having our community as open as we want it to be.
And you can't know until you know because they're predators.
Yeah.
Yeah.